Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena as we start our preparations and continue the preparations for the Abyssal expedition. That is coming very soon. We are on the test server and we're going to take a look at the classes that we have in here and what really makes them successful. So a lot of players, when we look at the Blessed Relics and the classes in here, people go ahead and go Celerity. Celerity is the easiest tree by far. One, you usually have a lot of heroes in here. The skill set for the tree itself is very, very powerful. Damage and normal attacks is increased by 20% for heroes receiving this blessing. Very, very strong ability there. Heroes receiving this blessing gain an additional 12 haste points when their health is above 75%. So again, we have more damage, we have more haste. And of course, the final one, heroes receiving this blessing will gain an additional increase of 1% for every 2 seconds they're up to 25% additional damage. So that is very, very strong when it comes to the Ranger class specifically, but also the big thing with the Rangers is the dodge. The higher your dodge is, the more chance you have to evade the enemy. That is really what makes the Celerity tree all what it is. All of the Ranger classes, especially in combination with the Elder tree, bring a ton of dodge to this class, meaning the start of the Abyssal expedition, the damage output they get is very, very powerful. That is why it is very easy to go with the Celerity tree. Second tree of choice is the Might tree. So with the Might tree specifically, you have a lot of heroes in here that are the boss killing heroes. When you look at heroes like Isolde, when you look at heroes like Saurus, very, very strong heroes indeed, which can be further supported by the Might tree. Looking at their abilities as well, enemies of the hero receive this blessing are dealt 15% more damage. So we already have some of the best boss killing heroes in the game in the Might tree, which is just, again, further by the heroes you have in here doing more damage. Heroes receiving this blessing will have their life leech increased, which is very, very strong. Again, the bosses do a majority of damage. So in order to keep these heroes up, they do have the life leech ability, allowing them to not only do more damage with level 2, but also get some more health with level 3. Then of course, the big one, when a hero receives this blessing, its damage dealt that exceeds 6% of their max health, 75% of the damage will be mitigated, meaning the warriors have a lot of survivability. Not only, again, from here, but also from the Elder tree with the Life Leech ability, skills and ability that it brings in there, coupled with the ones we see in the Abyssal expedition, make the Might tree very, very strong. Which brings us to the Mage tree. So as we find out the last Abyssal expedition, the Mage tree, the Sorcery tree, actually has to be in coinciding somewhat with the Support tree. The Sorcery tree could not do it by itself, or it was very, very difficult to make progression when it came to the Sorcery tree without having the support essentially behind them. So Absorb, heroes receiving this blessing receive 30% less damage for the first 12 seconds of battle and recover 50% more energy. So this will help a little bit, but again, without the dodge factor that we have from the Celerity tree, the Sorcery tree takes a lot more damage and can get run over very, very fast. Concentration, heroes receiving this blessing have their damage increased by 30% when their current health is above 70. So again, a big damage boost. The thing that we see in here, especially earlier, is again, very, very squishy. We have issues with the survivability. And then of course, the level 5, when they receive this blessing, use their ultimate ability, they shall immediately recover 150 energy points. The amount of energy recovered next time is reduced by 20 points. So unfortunately with this ability, if you're running the twins, if you're running different team combinations, you can actually burn the energy points you get from this out very, very quickly because it does not increase the damage. Where we have the Celerity tree, the level 5 ability increases the damage. This one does not. It just gives you a little boost of energy, which is great, but you can go ahead and cast your alt ability again. But if you're going the full duration, the minute 30 of the battle, especially on boss fights, this is going to essentially go away with the 20 points that are reduced every time until it's no longer used. And again, depending if you're running it with Rowan, if you're running with the twins and some mages, this is actually going to burn away pretty quickly. Which brings us to the Support tree. This is what really supports the Mage class and also supports all the other trees again as you get further into the Abyssal expedition. This allows the heroes to really shine with Rowan, with Rose, with the twins, giving them a big boost to the damage that Celerity heroes can put out, might and sorcery as well. So looking at their abilities, the evade, heroes receiving this blessing are able to mitigate 10% of the damage they receive from backline enemies. So again, issues with their survivability, that helps slightly. Increase the insight points of heroes receiving this blessing by 25%, which is very good for the insight. And then the final one is harmony. Reduces the amount of damage that is dealt to one ally located directly above the hero which is receiving this blessing by 8% and increasing their damage output by 8%. So again, one ally directly above, meaning that when you get to level 5 for the support class, you don't want the heroes in the very top row because it is an ally located above them that is going to get this buff. So you want them in position 2 or position essentially 4 or 5 when it comes to the hero formations, making sure that they're benefiting from this formation. And the one that a lot of players don't really build is the tanking class. The big reason with this is if you start the Abyssal Expedition and you start with the tanking class, you're going to find that for a lot of battles, yes, you'll survive the entire battle. You don't carry the burst damage to get heroes down like the Celerity, the Might, and the Sorcery Tree do. This is strictly defensive, which a lot of times running 1 or 2 tanks is all that you want. One of the big things to note with the tanks, though, is, of course, this one with resilience. Heroes receiving this blessing are immune to the negative effects caused by settlements. So as you get further into the Abyssal Expedition, you will have negative effects. They'll be cursed settlements, essentially. They don't take any damage. So what you can do is, let's say that I have in here, let's say 3 ranger heroes or 3 wilder heroes. Then I have 2 tanks. I can attack cursed settlements. If it is a wilder cursed settlement, I can actually go in there with 2 tanks. They don't get the debuff. I'm bringing wilders. Wilders don't get the debuff, so very powerful. Also, they have a lot of defensive mitigation because they are the tanks. Heroes receiving this blessing receive 30% less damage for the first 30 seconds, which is significant. So that is a third of the battle that they're getting 30% less damage, increasing their survivability. And then, of course, double strike. When heroes receiving this blessing receive damage, the attacking source of the damage loss, 15 haste, 15 crit resistant points, and also have a 25% greater chance of receiving critical damage. So that is very big. You can play on this, whether you're running a Daemon, a Lucius, running a tank combination against the boss. The debuff that they can get can provide ultimately the rest of your team a ton of additional damage with the 25% greater chance of receiving the critical damage. Very powerful. But overall, again, if you're newer to the Abyssal Expedition, go with the Celerity tree. The Celerity tree coupled with the dodge, very powerful. The Might and the Sorcery tree do take a little bit more time. Sorcerer tree has to be kind of supported by the support tree, which really helps to progress, but the Sorcery tree is significantly slower. So one other thing I did want to point out, as you can see here, it looks like someone broke our chain. We were actually completed all the way to the top where we were going to destroy the city. So someone, and this is what we talked about before, someone broke the chain, and it looks like whoever dropped this tile here specifically broke this entire chain. So now if any player is on the bottom half, which we are all down here, stacked up against this boss here, which we're not going to be attacking, essentially they just broke this chain. So we're going to abandon this one. I'm going to try to reconnect this chain. And this is what I was saying earlier about making sure you do not drop the chains. If you drop the chain before everyone is connected or moved against the boss, you will essentially cut an entire raid out, because now look at it. Boom, now we're connected to the boss. This is the actual top boss that we're going for. So we can come back here, look for one of these little spots that we can probably drop. Not sure even which ones are ours, because again, we don't want to be the one. There we go. So this one only connects these little sediments. We'll drop this one. Big thing that I want to show you though is this is the boss that we're looking for. So we are actually going to the top one here. Boom, is we just want to grab one of these tiles. Don't fight these with a full team. It is not worth that at all. You could probably do 1 or 2 heroes in here. Remember, movement tiles, bringing in the minimal heroes that you need to. We could have probably done it with one hero, but that's okay. There we go. So we took this camp right next to the boss. So now we are stacked against the boss. In there, you want to click your tile, settle. This will put, there we go, Furry Hippo free to play is in this tile. So because I am settled and I am connected to this boss, we are going to get a settlement bonus, which is right here. Your settlement tile is connected with the tile boss. Damage dealt to the boss shall be increased by 5%. So essentially right now, because we are building up relics, we are going to sit right against this boss, build up our relics, continue to go from tier 3 to tier 5, tier 2 to tier 4, continuing to take more of these towns, cleaning up the map, stacking relics, getting ready to attack this hero or this enemy. If you come in here too early, looking here, they have all tier 3 relics or level 3 relics. If you come in here too early, you are going to literally burn out all of your stamina, doing very minimal or almost no damage to the boss at all. You have to wait. You have to buy your time. I know a lot of players want to burn him down very, very fast, but it is not worth it. You have to buy your time to build up the relics to get him, at least getting level 3 relics in here, definitely recommended. So if I'm stacking with a team of Celerity heroes, if I'm stacking level 3 relics or already at level 3, I can easily defeat a majority of these teams and do a ton of damage to Zafriel as well. So that breaks down kind of the classes and which one you should go for. Again, Celerity if you're just starting out in having the heroes, because even with the relics themselves, you will see that you'll have Elite Plus heroes, which are the only heroes that can join here. But I'll have Elite Plus heroes that are way, way more powerful than any of my other classes, just specifically for building the relics. The relics are a huge, absolutely huge boost to the damage that you do in here, which is the primary focus of raising your damage. So build one tree first until you get to the point where you do have to level up the other trees. Then you can incorporate some of your other heroes or come in here just as I did with the best hero combinations that I had. And that's what we ran with. So guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. That is the classes and the blessed relics when it comes to the Abyssal Expedition. We have 1 or 2 more days before the registration will come live. Will come up live on the test server, so you can go ahead and register for it then. So again, let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.